Hello, and welcome back to the Bree campaign. And in this episode, Captain Aelpian thinks that he's got enough troops to take Londair. Let's remind him that no, he doesn't. I wonder how cool a city Londair will be. I assume it will have big high walls. I didn't look at what siege equipment they had, so oopsie daisy. But we've got a lot of troops here. A lot of troops. So I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue defending it. I'll be shocked if we lose this one. And we've also got ballista towers. We've got ballista towers. Right, so there's a tower. And we do have ballista towers, so yeah. So we've got all of our troops now. How do we want to set them up? So let's take a unit of crossbows and put them on guard mode. Let's take another unit of crossbows and put them there. Oh, in fact, no. Better idea. Yeah, there. Then let's have a unit of our smaller unit of our archers there. And let's support them with Bree militia. Let's support those guys there with them. Right, next. Unit there. Well, in fact, no, let's have them both. Cool. Yeah, they're all going to be there.
This area. Onward. Guard this area. Then General bodyguard. March. March. Onward. Forward.
Honestly.
Onward. Forward.
And we're going to have the cav. Whatever. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the defensive positions here. So we're going to have a unit of these guys here. We're going to have a unit of the crossbowmen there. Then some archers there. And some archers slightly further back again. Then we're going to have the cav as an emergency force, and the Salarine mercenaries. We're going to have one unit of mercenaries here, here, and we're going to have another unit here, And then our general is going to fall in behind here as well.
Be ready, archers.
Infantry!
In fact, actually, if I do that, they're liable to go on the wall, aren't they? Right, so you guys... So far the towers are doing very well. They've lost 3%.
Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It's time for butchers. Forward! We have come to war.
Keep them at a distance.
The enemy siege tower is weak. Curses! The enemy are battering down our gates.
And the siege tower is in position.
Arrow ready.
Keep your spirits high with great speed. If we continue like this, we will smash.
Minirnath warriors. Whatever they are. And really, we need to just keep holding them. Because at the moment, they're not doing so well. The Moot Keepers will chew through those Bree land militia. They might be battering down the gates, but at the moment, the enemy general's fallen already. Oh, nicht gut. Hold fire.
Arrow ready. Be ready, archers.
Ceasefire! The enemy's ram has breached the gates.
Keep them at a distance.
Attack! Attack!
Right, come on then.
Attack!
Right. Next up, crossbowmen. Fire there. Archer militia. Fire there. Archer militia. Fire there.
The enemy have the walls. Our defense are
No, they don't.
lost. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Fire. Take on those warriors there.
Great speed! Enemy siege tower is naught but kindling now. Beware, lest they try some other thing.
And those Minotaur warriors aren't going to do particularly well. Come on.
Attack!
And they're losing. I think this is a case of butchery. They've lost 52% already. We've recaptured the gateway. And that's it. End of the battle. Come on, Cav. Out you go. Alright, go take out the foresters of Haleth. We lost 21%, they've lost 70%. Kill the moot keepers. And the foresters of Haleth.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
We already have smashed the enemy, but thank you, Mr. Announcer. That's good.
Use whatever weapons you can muster.
Let's give them a bit of a salute. Go on, after them. So yeah, that was a pretty simple victory. The ballista towers are pretty brutal, aren't they?
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
And what's left is some clan hunters. And some Grey Flood Raiders. So let's take out the Grey Flood Raiders. They've been charged from the rear. And let's take on the moot keepers once they've run. Killed an absolutely huge amount of them. Alright, take out the moot keepers. Right, take out the forces of Halif. It's giving us a bit of a moment to sort of make our way through some mopping up duties. A huge amount of them died in the breach.
Use whatever weapons you can muster. Move on!
And the river clansmen have died. Right, go for the forces of Halif now. Because they are slowly but surely zigzagging their way to the red line. Right, go for the clansmen. Go for the river spearmen because the clansmen are coming back. They want more. Hey, good on them. They want more of the pain and the torture.
If we continue like this, we will smash. The enemy army flees the field. Our foe is utterly vanquished.
And we heal some casualties as well.
Remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
No one getting a huge amount of kills. It looks like the ballista towers and the sort of main towers did most of the work. Kills evenly spread. That's obviously Gollum. And they're dying. Aha! And so the battle for Larach. So they're coming from this directly behind us, and they're coming from the city. Let's fight this one. We've got nearly 3,000 troops to their 2,000. And I must say, I don't think we're going to be having too much trouble. So they're coming from in front and behind. Right, let's form up. So in front of us will be the larger army. Let's form up a decent defensive line here. So let's put the gatekeepers in the center, behind some stakes, and then let's support them with, I think we'll have this as a crossbow front. And then on the other side, we'll have all these guys on stand and fight. And we'll have them all facing this way. I think that's good. And then because there's going to be less forces coming from this side, we're going to have a line of bandits supported by the bodyguard in the center. And let's have the cav overloaded on one flank up here. And let's have the Bree militia as another line. That's going to be one side. Oh, is there another? Oh, there's another unit of archers. Have the archers join in that group as well. And then on this side, we'll have our row of infantry. So first of all, we'll have these guys directly behind. Oh, in fact, the sword guard can form shield wall as well, can't they? Let's reform that. Let's have all of them as one group. And then let's have these guys on here. And then Herb, as I say, will be in the center.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Yeah. So I'm sure they're about to have an amazingly good time with this.
Be vigilant, yeoman.
We'll defeat them in detail, to use, I think, a Napoleonic term. And we've got a nice little hill here, which is good.
We are called to war. Steady your bows.
I do like the fact that our gatekeepers have such amazing range. And I do believe, yeah, they're going to be in range now. And I think what I will do is I will bring up my main line now. Because I am not worried. Right, next we shall spring the trap. So, and then a few of them are going to fall back now. And they're all going to keep firing. So we've lost 5%, they've lost 18%. This is what we sort of like. The Guardians of Dunland are one of their best anti-cav units, so we need to be slightly careful about them. They following them? Good. Right, into them. Go on. And I think the mass of our units might have just made a real impact. Yeah, Cav charge did well there. The clan hunters aren't looking particularly happy. Take them on a journey. Right, so the enemy general has died. Move into the clan spearmen. And move into those Dunyard champions.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Have an arrow ready. Be ready on. Be ready on. Arrow ready in the distance.
Yeah, use them on the pikemen. Right. This is going to be a complete rout. So we've got a slightly more powerful unit coming this way now, the Guardians of Dunland. So far this battle's going as well as I wanted it to go.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Heavy cavalry! Charge!
Come on. Where be... Ah, balls. That's what we didn't want to happen. Gatekeepers. Looks like they didn't move quickly enough. Because they were in shield wall.
Keep your heads up. Attack!
Right, bring everyone out. We got a bit sloppy there.
General's bodyguard. We're under attack. Keep your heads up.
Right, bring up the gatekeepers and bring up the journeymen.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Keep your heads up.
Right, come on then, gatekeepers. Come on then, gatekeepers.
Attack!
No, that wasn't where you were meant to fire.
Attack! Keep your heads up. Bodyguard.
93% of them have died.
Keep your heads up. We'll do everything we can. Attack! Be vigilant, yeoman. Attack! Keep your heads up.
Ah, there we go. That's more like it.
like this, we will smash the enemy. Heavy cavalry! Charge! The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great...
And we healed a fair few as well.
Only the mighty
174. No, I'm happy with this. It's a decent result. And we've taken their capital as well, which is even better. And I think next we'll move on to Byrig, because I believe their faction leader is there. And the troops we lost are pretty replaceable. I'm not too worried. I would exterminate the populace.
My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
Our expansion is going well. We don't want Bob. We'll take the Merchants Guild at Larach. Alas, grim news has reached the ears of the Dunlendings. For those who had hoped their city would be spared from the oncoming onslaught were wrong. The weak walls and few watchtowers were no match for the catapults and rams of the invaders. They prowled in the besieged settlement like maggots do from a rotten wound, and the Dunlenders who were resisting have been killed with no mercy. Many of them now lie on the ground with their brothers and companions at arms besides them. Probably them is meant to be there. Their blades could not match the weaponry of their foes, just as their clothes and simple level armor could not protect them from the bows. Definitely couldn't protect them from the bows. And let's move the sheriffs back. For the sheriffs are going to be our main defense. And we're making a little bit more money than last turn. Our general moves towards Athelin.
We'll stop here, my lord.
And I'm going to move these merchants back.
We can go no further today.
Relations have worsened. And we're doing quite well.
My lord, by your command.
No, we don't want to retrain anyone. We're building the port there. Along with some more militia. Get crop rotation in Argonne for a little bit more money. And I think we could do with maybe the Traveller's Lodge here. Then in Larach, after that really quite majestic battle, we can leave behind some of our weaker units. And why not leave the calf? Yeah. And push on.
Glory, honor, victory.
This will be a hopefully a straightforward auto resolve. Yeah. And we make our way now towards Byrig. In Dunyard, the factionaire Humpmaster Fracker is present.
Yes, my lord.
He's got a trait increase. He's the Conqueror of Larach. There isn't any mercs available for hire. I don't really care if we lose this place, to be perfectly honest. It's not a major concern. Is it middlemen? It's 100% middlemen, so soon we can start training units. This is the good thing with Dunland, it appears. I can just immediately start training units. Farbad, we can't grab anything. How about in Matrife? Grab another couple of units of militia. And we've got some more gatekeepers on the way. Dead Man's Dyke isn't loving us. And Barrier Donak isn't loving us. In fact, Traveller's Rest. Yeah, that's more important.
Yes.
And our movement onto Athelin looks to be going well. Let's get a bit more sight range.
Approaching quietly.
It looks like the dwarves are doing a good job of defending us. I think what we'll do is we'll move on Athelin, leave a decent enough garrison there, then move on Novsha Reclaw, and then meet up at Barkileg. And then I think we will hold at Barkileg, because we have them hemmed in there. What's the mission? Meet up with Lothlorien, and we are like literally there. So trade rights.
This seems quite good day to you.
And I think we could move on to the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm
My
next.
lord.
Let's do that. So let's move up this direction.
I shall continue tomorrow.
I'm surprised really that the Orcs of the Misty Mountains have spent this amount of time passive. I'm waiting for that to end. And I'm always wondering whether or not we should have a... start building up a garrison.
An order. Yes.
Right. Let us end the turn. In fact, actually, before we end the turn... what do we have here? We have
As you wish.
some additional troops that we can funnel
By your command.
into here. So anyone that looks particularly weak, you guys do. You can go back. Yeah. Put that on low tax rate again, just to help grow the settlement.
Your orders, my lord.
To battle. We shall engage.
Let's end the turn. And then I think we'll call it another episode in a moment. I think we'll take Byrig and Athelin, killing off 2 faction leaders. And I think we will end it there. I think, to be honest, this campaign's probably a win. I don't think... I mean, the only other challenger is Rune, really. So they might beat us to a number of settlements award, but I don't think so, because we're the largest faction. And with the acquisition of Byrig and a few other settlements, I don't think it'll be a problem. We'll need to move on the Goblins of Moria. So I think once we've taken out Dunland and Enid-Wife, I'm going to make a move on Isengard. And I'm going to attack the Goblins. We'll build the Sheriff's Guild, why not? And the largest faction is now the Eastlings of Rune.
Yes.
Let's see what we can do to change that.
Shall prevail.
Memphar's gone on a bit of a... He's gone on a bit of a recruitment drive, has he?
We shall
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. Come and get me, you coward.
No, they get some... they have a garrison. Oh, okay, interesting.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about their garrison. Our units are better.
I am here only to fight thee, not to banter.
Hashtag bants. Let's build... Ooh, they can get a port in Dunlending? That doesn't make sense. How's there... Is it? Oh, it reaches, I guess, the coastline. Let's get the... Has they got a Mason's Hall? Mason's Guild House, so they've already built that up quite a lot. Let's get the armory. And then let's move out him with his forces, minus the pikemen. Yeah. And let's move him into the town.
Continuing tomorrow. Your will, as you wish.
And let's put it on growth. Anyway, I think I'll call it an episode there. Well, in fact, I'll finish spending the money and then we'll call it an episode. So, Kalionak, can you get anything? Level worker, that's cheap, why not? Saduri, can you build any troops? You can. Let's get the troops. And in Londair, can you get any troops? No. Let's get the grain exchange though. And they seem to be huddling around Alfklud. I think they know that they're going to be in for a bit of a bad experience. I was about to say, Herot, please reveal yourself. The faction leader is in Herot.
Orders. Erecting a watchtower.
And the watchtower is a good thing.
Battle, lads.
Building that up.
I have nothing to say to you, scum.
And Athelin.
An order. Finish them.
It's now a town.
My lord.
And they've built a couple of units, but
Time until the slaughter begins. I will owe you a drink.
not many. And they've got an army together. So I have a feeling we're about to be assaulted.
By your command.
And let's call it a turn now, I think. Yeah, let's call it there. Let's do another end turn. And we can meet up with the dwarves. Get all the trade rights going. Aha! And I think this is the point where we're going to end it. So, we've managed to draw in a lot of their forces. These are very elite units. Northguard. That's an elite army. Then, Harkine's bringing the Cav force. And some archers. And Hoonvorn joins the battle with Barrow-wights. They're a vicious unit. He's gonna take a lot to kill him. Yeah, a lot. But he brings a couple of decent-ish units. It's 1-to-1 on the unit cards. We've got a lot of archers. Some of our army is a little bit depleted, and we don't have a huge amount of cav. But I think we can win it. But thanks very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.